Hi there traders, this is Chris with an update on the euro dollar and pound dollar, of course taking a look what we can expect in the next couple of days of this week. Alright, euro dollar, last week was a bullish candle, so we had a little bit of a reversal, a delayed reversal, because price went down to 114.20-ish, 25-ish, rather than bouncing at the 115 head and shoulders level that we expected here, right? Left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. So we are probably getting that pattern just a little bit lower than expected. Now price has been going sideways for quite a while. As you can see, it is hanging around, moving sideways around this 144 EMA, which is a tricky zone. It's often a zone where you get the most consolidations, so that's not surprising at all. And price action, the volatility has been low on the euro dollar already since mid-May, so we're looking at about some 5 months already. In fact, that's quite long. I do think that we'll see a breakout though sooner or later, and I think the breakout will go to the upside and head towards this left shoulder. So let's take a look at that pattern. So I think we see 5 waves up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as discussed frequently in these videos. 5 waves down, which is probably wave A, and now we're seeing probably an extended wave B. Within that red wave B, we're looking at a blue A, B, C. So I think we could get that blue wave C within the red wave B. Red wave B could stop at that red line right there and cause a head and shoulders, this being left shoulder, head, right shoulder, like this. There we go. And then start to move down again to complete the red wave C. That's what I expect at the moment. That red wave C could turn out to be a red wave 3, by the way, a 1, 2, 3. That's something that is not so relevant at this moment, whether it's a 1, 2, 3 or ABC, that it doesn't matter. In both cases, it's moving down. What we do expect, though, for the moment, whether it's a 1, 2, 3 or ABC, is that price is going to go up and then go down, basically, right? That's the most important. And the key levels for that are this bottom. Let's put a line right there. This bottom is at around 113. Then, of course, if price breaks below that, we are not getting the wave C, and we're not getting that third push up. If price goes above this top, then also it is not anymore that ABC that I expect to the downside. So those are invalidation levels in a way, all right? We can also put a fib, of course, from here to here and take a look at what we expect here. 61.8 fib basically could be the bouncing spot at around 120.70. So in that case, you'll see price break above the 21 EMA and break above these tops to head up like this. But it will not, I think, be able to move away from those moving averages. So it will then bounce back to it and then probably break below this support level and go for a lower low within wave C. Let's head towards a little bit lower time frames now. Let's take a look at daily chart. HMA is already up. So if it breaks above the 21 EMA and the 144 EMA, that's a confirmation of that bullish breakout. Of course, if it breaks below this trend line, then we might get an invalidation and the price might start to head down. All right, so both things are important to keep an eye on how these daily candles develop throughout this week. 4-hour chart, you can see we got a good bullish bounce already. This went up to the 50 fib. I took away the old fib and let's add this new fib here and close to the 50 fib, as you can see. So that could be a wave A, for instance, or wave 1. If we take a look at that, this is the wave C once again, right, that we're expecting to the upside. Then this could be wave 1, 2 of that wave C, in fact. So it looks like we're going to get, if we get a bounce here, that would be nice, but it could go a little bit deeper even. As long as it stays above this trend line here, there could be a new head and shoulders. This is the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and up it goes. All of that could be wave 1, 2. So if it heads lower, I wouldn't be interested in shorting it. I would be interested in a bullish bounce around here. Or if it bounces like this and breaks above the 144 EMA again, HMA up, there could be a bullish trade as part of that wave 3 and larger wave C. All right, so I'm more bullishly interested in bullish trades at this moment. If it does break below this trend line, of course, then something else is going on, and I would be probably reanalyzing it again on Tuesday, and we'll take a look at this scenario then. Otherwise, I don't think it makes sense to review it too much. You can see that price is squeezed in between the moving averages, so it can go both ways at this point. It can make one more like a lower like this, but if it starts to break, look for the pullback into the 21 EMA and then the bounce at the 21 EMA for a move up like that and a break of this trend line. All right. When you get that, then you're looking at a bullish breakout for the euro dollar. All right, pound dollar. Let's see. Didn't break above the 88.6 fib that we had on the chart. This one is looking more bearish, so it's again interesting. It happened 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, too, where both pairs are almost the opposite, and one is bullish and the other is bearish. It happens again right now. So one of these two scenarios might fail, or they both might play out. But in that case, the euro pound is expected to move up quite substantially if the euro dollar is in a bullish mode and the pound dollar is overall in a bearish mode. So we'll have to see. But I'm more bearish on this than the euro dollar, certainly, because I think that this could be a wave 1, 2. Now, whether that is going to play out, I don't know at this moment, because it did make a pretty strong upside. It could also be that this is part of a correction. This is W, this was X, and this is part of Y. So it could be that we get another bullish swing like this and extend the upside maybe to 135, for instance. Looking at candlestick patterns, though, we can see that last week was bullish, but had a wick at the top. All right, so we're still looking for a break of this trend line for the larger move to the downside. If it breaks below that, we're expecting a wave 5. All of this basically could have been part of a wave 4, and this is all part of wave 5 as well. And we could get basically a continuation, of that wave 5, maybe when a Brexit takes place, for instance. Let's see. Within that wave 5, right, we are looking at a strong downside here, and this could all be part of a wave 4. So whether that wave 4 is indeed finished here at the long-term moving average, it's possible, but still a question mark. It depends on whether price will manage to break through this support trend line. If it does, then here too we're looking at a better chance of a bearish breakout. That trend line right there. And let me move this one a little bit higher. There we go. So these two trend lines are very important. One for the weekly chart, this for the daily chart. But if we zoom in, we had bearish engulfing twins again at the long-term moving average and at the 88.6 fib. So, whether we get that extended bullish correction or whether this is indeed the end of that bullish correction, and this was the end of wave 4, this is wave 1, this is wave 2 of that larger wave 5, right? That remains to be seen. I think it depends on whether this trend line breaks and the 21 EMA breaks on the daily chart. I think that's important because if price breaks below that, then we are looking probably at a breakout to the downside. If it doesn't, we might certainly be looking at an extended correction to the upside within a bigger wave 4, in fact, on the daily chart. All right, and you can see that even on the weekly chart very nicely how it's correcting here. So that could all be extended part of a wave 4. Let's take a look at the 4-hour and 1-hour. I think that for these pairs or currency time frames, to be in a downtrend, we're looking for a break here. I would say there's really not much to add at this point. I think on these time frames, even on these time frames, we got support levels pretty close by. So I think we need to probably see a break of about 130, 130, some flag like this, and a continuation breakout. We can see a retest of this trend line. We would need a break below that, then another flag, and then we can trade these flag breaks like this, for instance, right? So that could be interesting for trades to the downside. But I do need a break here before I'm interested in trading that, and I do need a break here as well before I'm interested in trading bear flags to the downside. It's still a little bit tough spot because overall on these lower time frames, the trend is still up. So although higher time frames are showing resistance and potential reversals. So I would like to see those two a little bit more aligned. I would see a little bit more confirmation on the 4-hour chart before trading it to the downside, also when considering that the euro dollar is looking bullish at this moment. So, that's what I would be waiting for the pound dollar. I think maybe the best chart time frame, I should say, is the daily, because if the daily breaks with a close below the 21 EMA, that would be the second break. This the first, the second would be the next one, and those second breakouts are typically a lot better than the first ones. All right, especially if you get push down below the 21 EMA like this, pretty sturdy push, then the second one typically does better. Alrighty, that's it for now. Check out our website, elitecurrency.com, for a lot of free info there and analysis on a daily basis, multiple per day, in fact. And wish you all great trading and talk to you soon. Cheers.